See that smile?
So in usual Piney Grove fashion, I just told Deb, get on the excavator and pull out this stump. And she hasn't been on the excavator in a while, but she'll remember.
No, I won't. No, she won't. She won't remember it.
She's protesting, but she's gonna love it. So what we got going on here is we got this whole fence line, and this is our east fence line. It's our longest fence line left. We've got 2 other video series out there where we've done our west side fence, our south side fence, and we've got our front fence done. So this is the last original fence on the property that needs to be redone. And we're gonna get to that this winter when it's a little cooler, but in preparation for that, we gotta take out some stumps and some trees along this fence line here. So that's what we're doing today. Deb's ready to take out this oak tree stump. Now, a little history on this oak tree. This blew over during a tropical storm a couple years ago, blew all the way across, and we actually took ropes and stood it back up and thought it would grow again, but it didn't. So we cut it off and pushed the stump back over. So this should come out easily. All right, Deb, you know what you're doing?
No, I have no clue. I don't remember.
Chop, 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 baby.
I don't remember. I haven't been on this thing in forever. And not that I was ever good and proficient with it. And now I don't remember anything. I mean, literally. Is that my thumb thing?
And how's our thumb? No thumb.
No thumb thing.
So we'll hit the button. Now let's try the thumb. You got a thumb.
I don't think I need a thumb. I think I need one less thing to worry about, but...
What do you think you need if you don't need the thumb?
I think I need a tutorial.
There's no tutorials at Piney Grove. You just jump on equipment and work out here. I got Bella duty, so I got to watch her and teach her.
How do I raise it? I don't remember how to raise it.
Remember, your mic's live.
What?
Your mic is live.
Oh. I forgot. Look at me using both my hands like I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So if I go all the way down there.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it all in one bite, but try it. It's a little rotten, but I don't think it's that rotten.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to curl it. Am I curling it? I'm not sure what I'm doing here because I can't see and I don't know what it does. But I know I got it sunk in.
I think that stump will come out. I think you'll get a lot of satisfaction on that stump if you just kind of figure it out yourself. I think you'll enjoy it. I think it's rotten enough that she can kind of pull it out of there and use the thumb. All right, take your thumb on the top with your thumb and close that down. All right, now try and lift it out of there. Well, you gotta thumb it some more. Okay, pick it up. Okay. Now swing the house and dump it over here on this side. So open up your thumb and it should just drop out. The other way.
That was so satisfying.
All right, now spin around and bring everything towards you to kind of collapse it towards you, and then use your blade and kind of...
Hold on, you're giving me too much at once. I need to...
Okay, now make it compact. So bring everything towards you, like bring it up and towards you. Now, okay, that's good, that's good. Now that you're compact, now using this on your dozer blade, try and blade that off and fill in the hole you just made. All right, now pick up your blade and go on the other side of that hump and back blade it. Or do...
Oh, sorry, I'm just...
Or do what you're doing. Remember, don't take out the fence. We're not ready to fence yet. So leave a comment down below. Have you ever used a mini excavator? And if you have, how long did it take you to get proficient at it? We've owned this machine for a couple years now. We put about 110 hours or so on it. And I'm okay with it. I'm by no means a professional operator, but when I get on it, I can remember how everything works and get some work done. Again, I'm not the most efficient operator. Deb's been on it a few times. She probably got less than 2 hours total on it. But you can see if, let's say she was renting this, she could have got a stump out in her yard. We're gonna go on down the line here. So there's some more stumps down here we wanna get out. And again, we're just prepping this fence line, trying to get something done every minute that we're out here on Piney Grove to reduce the amount of time this winter to actually put up this fence.
Okay, my first stump. That was so fun. I've dug around a little bit, roots, but I've never actually grabbed the stump and picked it up and moved it. That was really fun. That was really satisfying. I can see how it's a little bit addictive. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm a little quicker at figuring it out than I have in times past. I graded it a little bit, but of course I'm slow and awkward like I am, so he's gonna finish grading that, and we're gonna pluck out some more trees and stumps. Stay tuned.
Got her lined up on stump number 2. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's an old stump right there, real close to the fence. We want that all cleared so we can mow right up next to the fence. So let's see, stump number 2. Look at that focus, that concentration, that fear.
Too far away. You're right, I wasn't.
I love my wife.
Hold on.
I'm not a patient person.
I know, I got this.
We've been here for a while off camera.
Me in a good position.
And the stump is no worse than when we started. So I was doing some testing for the Navy, and a Navy captain is an 06, a pretty important guy, got a lot of things going on in his life, so you don't get a lot of time with a Navy captain. And we were doing testing on this piece of equipment, and one thing that made the news is the Navy shooting rubber chickens at something, basically simulating a bird impact on something. So we were talking about testing this particular piece of equipment, and we were talking about shooting, you know, frozen chickens at it. And it was actually a good meeting, and I got a lot done. But this one guy just wouldn't let it go, and he wanted to test more. And you could tell the Navy captain's patience was getting short. And the more questions this guy would ask, the shorter the answers would be from this Navy captain. And then this guy said something like, yeah, one more thing, Captain. And the captain looked at him and said, go ahead, man. I got nothing but time. Obviously, he was being sarcastic. He was done with that meeting. But that's where we're at right now. Go ahead, Deb. We got nothing but time. I think when the hydraulic pump starts to make a little bit of noise, she backs off. But that's when you gotta give her the gun, right? You gotta go forward and rip those roots out. Give you a little bit more throttle and just keep ripping both sides like that. It's push it out and then rip towards you, and if it stops, then go back out and try a different angle, and if it stops, take your bucket and curl your bucket, because your bucket has a lot of force. In my mind, I can envision it. Go out and then hook your bucket and drag your bucket towards you, and if you don't have enough strength at some point, then take your bucket and curl it, because your bucket has a separate cylinder, and then when you curl it, that's called breakout force. Like right there. I mean, she got to the point of breakout force until it slipped past the root.
Got a whole lot of roots up.
This stump is really deceiving because she's ripped the left side there pretty good. The stump is right there. These are all the roots from it. You can see them right there. Here's some roots on the right side. That stump is right there.
That's still not good enough, you think?
I don't know. You got to keep working it. You'll tell when it's loose.
I feel like it should be loose.
The whole thing's moving a little bit. I saw the whole stump move.
Well, that was a good one.
So she's ripped both sides of it, and that was a big root she got right there. So I think if she were to work towards me, like right here, I think she could pop that thing out. But I need to let her just figure it out, because if I tell her what to do, then she'll never learn. Bella, come. And she wants to be proficient at it, so it's just better that she just works those controls and just kind of learns that muscle memory. Down here squatting like a NFL referee or something.
I might have to concede this one to you.
Mama didn't raise no quitter. I'd rather she work at that and she get it out and get the satisfaction of doing it herself rather than me coming in there. She's so close. I saw it move, and she just needs to kind of work around it a little bit more, get a little more space down deeper, and that thing will pop out. And I have no idea what kind of tree it is. I think it's an old cedar stump. I've been mowing over it for a while. It's kind of bent up the brush hog a few times. That's why I want to get it out of there.
I feel like that side's good.
We've got a whole playlist of excavator videos, and we never thought we'd buy one, and we've owned it for 2 years, and we couldn't imagine having property with trees on it and not owning a mini excavator. The fact that we can come out here on an afternoon when we got 1 or 2 hours, dig out a few stumps, put it back in the shed, and it's ready to go next time, it's so much easier than trying to rent one. If we were trying to rent one, we'd be scrambling. We'd be trying to get every hour we could out of it. It wouldn't be fun. Deb wouldn't be able to learn it and use it because we'd want to be very efficient, and probably I would use it the whole 10 or 12 hours. Then we'd have to transport it or pay a delivery fee. We were just talking about this off camera before we started this video, and I'm pretty sure we can sell this machine for what we paid for it today, if not a couple thousand more than we paid for it. And we put 100 and some hours on it and done a lot of work with it. I've worked up a thirst watching her do whatever she's doing with this stump.
I'm making a mess. This is what I'm doing. I'm making a big mess, so much so that I can't really see the stump anymore.
I think you come on the right side of it and do what you did on the left side, it'll come out. It moved a little bit. I mean, I can give you a little more power. Try that.
Ooh.
That thing can do so much work at idle. I normally don't rev it up unless I get to an area where I can feel that I'm about to break out a stump or something, and then I'll rev it up all the way and get through whatever I'm doing at that moment, and then I'll put it right back to idle. I've noticed fuel consumption, this thing will run all day at idle and it'll only run like half a day at wide open throttle, so run it at idle as much as I can. I think it would go.
It wants to move.
You're not going to tip it. I think it'll go.
I'm not going to tip it? Oh, I think I'm so close.
That thing's moving. I mean, you can see it's loose over here where the dirt's moving. And sometimes I think she's scared she's going to hurt the machine. She gets to a point where I can hear the pump on the machine start to groan. But that means you're almost there, and I can see she's backing off. But we're so close here, so close. I really want her to get this. She worked the left and the right side. I think she's about to get it. I think you're about to get it, Deb.
You could have jinxed me.
She said I jinxed her.
You made me lose my mojo on what hand does what.
She was so focused, and I totally broke her out of her focus.
You did.
All right, there it goes, there it goes.
Oh, do I use my thummy?
You can use your thummy.
Oh,
she got it.
Oh my good. Look at that. Would you look at that? That's
all right.
Just exciting.
2 thumbs up. Leave a like down below for Deb getting her stump out.
Look at me. Now, get you and my puppy safe. Oh my goodness, would you look at it? Look at it. Oh, wrong one, wrong button. Wow, look. Oh, I can drop it high so it's dramatic, huh?
You can drop it, drop it. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Oh.
Well, the other way. There you go.
Look at me, I dropped it in the middle of the path, but that's okay.
You come tell them about your experience and I'll finish it up.
So that is just fun. And that took forever. And I have to say that I'm very impressed with Bradford's patience with me because that did take forever. I guess I wasn't putting the teeth quite far enough underneath the stump to get a good popping, and that's why it took me even longer. When I concentrate, I can kind of figure it out, front, forward, sideways, backwards, but there's a lot going on in an excavator if you've never used one. Once you get the hang of it, I mean, it goes a little easier, but Bradford was very, very patient with me, which I really appreciate, because that is just satisfying and it is fun. That piece of equipment has been so helpful for us on this property, and I know that he loves it, and the more that I use it, the more I totally understand why he calls it precious and why he loves it so much. So that's 2 stumps down and we got lots more to go, but maybe by the time this whole fence line's done, I'll actually be okay with it. Bradford's gotten pretty proficient on this thing, and I think it's like getting like the tractor where he doesn't really have to think about it, and when I ask him how to do something, he can't really tell me because he's just so used to just doing it. It's easier for him to do it than to say it. You know, when he said hop on the excavator, I was, oh gosh, here we go again. I get to fumble my way through something that's usually fun, but it's the end of the day and my enthusiasm was a little less when he first said it, but my enthusiasm is not less anymore. That's fun. Oh, look at him. Look at him showing off with what he got. There may come a time where we don't need this excavator anymore, but I don't think that time's going to be any time soon, or even in the foreseeable future. She plucks, she pokes, she digs, she grades. Super precious.
This video is a prime example of why we got into content creation, to show kind of the transformation of this land, but also to show a couple working together, and especially someone like Deb who wasn't raised in this type of environment or on heavy equipment, and inspire folks out there that it's not that hard, right? It's not that difficult, and that you can learn it, and it's kind of fun, isn't it?
It is fun, and he's absolutely right. So women, if your man has equipment, don't be afraid of it. Ask to use it, ask to learn it. I mean, try it. I'm surprised, and it was intimidating at first, and this little mini excavator is still a little bit intimidating, but it's fun. So learn it. You might find a new hobby.
Totally agree. So husbands out there, share this with your wife, get them involved. I think both of you will enjoy it and, you know, make progress on your property. But until next time, y'all take care out there, and remember, life's short.
Be kind.
And tractor hard.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
He does not like bye-bye.
But you can cut that out. I think you can cut that out.